This video is for people who say, I have no idea what I want to do with my life, or I don't know what I want, what do I do? This question gets thrown around a lot, especially when people are talking about their future, and even more so when the person is young. Generally, I have found that this question is asked under two separate subtexts. The first one is when they say, I don't know what I want. What they really mean is that I want something different, but I'm lying to myself to make me feel better. Here, the person consciously knows that they don't want what they have and they don't like where they're going, but they are not willing to admit it. They also subconsciously or semi-consciously know what they would rather prefer to have, but they don't want to say it out loud. They have invested quite a bit of time, resources, and their identity into getting where they are, and the thought of it was all a waste makes them feel bad. And to avoid the pain of writing off what is a sunk cost, they would rather muddy the water and lie to themselves, saying that I don't know what I want. They say this just to make themselves feel better, and they don't want to feel that sense of loss or the sense of having made a mistake. And because they say this, that they don't know what they want, it only makes sense to them, or they can rationalize the idea of keep doing what they're already doing. In other words, if you are this person, you know what you want, you just don't want to admit it. And there's an excellent mountain climbing analogy to this. And here there's a mountain climber and he goes halfway. And half the way he realizes that this way is a dead end. And the mountain climber sees that if he has to get to the top of the mountain, he has to go back down and then find another way back up to the mountain. But he doesn't want to do that. It's just a lot of work to go back down, and you have to admit that you made a mistake going up this route. All of your effort is wasted. So the guy says, fuck it. I will just make my camp here and stay here forever, halfway to the top. And to rationalize the idea that he never reached the top, he starts brainstorming, in the sense that he starts looking for the true way. And he thinks that I will only go back down if I ever find the true solution. And this true solution, of course, doesn't exist. He has to figure that out by trial and error going back down. But he will just sit there in his camp halfway at the top and keep brainstorming. By the way, a lot of people who ask themselves, what is my purpose in life, are like this mountain climber. So if you are this mountain climber, you need to do some soul searching and accept that if you genuinely want some change, you have to go back down that mountain and start again. And if you're not happy where you are, that journey down the mountain is worth it. And the next climb would be much easier because you have gained a lot of experience climbing the first one. So all is not lost. You will not gain anything by just running away, hiding from yourself, living on that halfway dead end. You will only waste more time. You are a man. If you want change, you have to make it happen, no matter how difficult, uncomfortable, or bad it makes you feel. The other subcontext where people say, I don't know what I want, is they don't know what their options are. So they're really saying that I want something different. I don't like where I am, but I don't know what my options are, like what other things I can do. These are people who know they don't like what they have and where they're going, and they're willing to admit it. So they're doing something right. They're willing to admit it. But they just need to figure out what viable options are in front of them. And if you ask them, what do you enjoy? They often don't have an answer because they haven't tried enough things to really know what they like. So the solution here is obvious. It's trial and error. Just do anything you find interesting and see if you like it. And this is the only real way to find your talents. After all, you can't really know what your genes have given you. You don't know if you're a good tennis player if you never pick up a racket and play. So you need to try out new things. Make it a mindset to explore newness. Take a look at a child. A child will try out everything. So they know which toys and games they like and which ones they don't. Be like a child when it comes to a zeal for life. I discovered I like writing because I tried it. I discovered I love coding because I tried it. I found it very stimulating to my logical brain. I would have never known that I enjoyed programming or writing if I had never given them a try. I also figured out that there are quite a few things I don't like. I don't like day trading. I find it very boring. I don't like having a boss because I'm not very good at taking orders and it just doesn't feel so good to me. Maybe you like trading, maybe you like having a boss, maybe you like making podcasts, maybe you like programming, maybe you like writing. Whatever it is, you cannot know that for sure until you try it. So you need to get out there and try new things. If all you do is you sit in front of your computer or your phone all day, surf the internet, read some Twitter, why are you surprised that you don't know yourself as much as you'd like? You haven't done much with yourself. Here's another analogy for you. You are in the middle of the ocean, and what is the best thing you can do in this situation? Just swim in any direction. If you reach somewhere you don't like, just swim again in a different direction. You could just keep swimming in whichever direction you prefer and end up somewhere. But if you just stay there floating in the ocean because you don't know which direction you like the best, you will get nowhere. So you need to just turn off the computer and go and do new stuff. Life awaits for you. Make it a challenge if you want. Do something new every month for 1 whole year. So for 1 month, try writing. For 1 month after that, try creating niche websites. For 1 month after that, try running a social media account. For the next month, try coding. The month after that, try something else. You get the point. Just take yourself out on a monthly adventure. The worst case scenario is that at the end of the year, you will have a list of 12 things that you don't like. And that's better than nothing. For Life Math Money, this is your host Harsh Strongman. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below.